So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video today. We took a couple of days off, after the Master League and putting out 113 episodes. Luigi went for a little bit of a break with the lads. We won the treble. We wanted to celebrate. So, took a little break. Anyway, we are back today. Don't worry, Master League is going to continue with the new series. It looks like Real Sociedad's probably going to win it. So I'm in the process of getting everything set up so we can get right into it. So before we get into that, I have been keeping an eye on a certain game. Some of you may be very aware of it, some of you may not, but it's this right here. It's the ESPORTS BOXING CLUB. Now, they've been working on this a while. They've been showing us some snippets of gameplay. There's a bit of an alpha build going around that we'll take a look at. And it certainly sort of tweaked my interest. I was a big fan of this game right here, Fight Night, and I'll play some gameplay for you in the background. Back in the day, absolutely loved playing Fight Night, whether it was Fight Night 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Fight Night Champion came out, which was a blast. I remember when we fought against Frost. It was an absolute mission to try and beat. But this was back when EA wanted to put out Fight Night. Then they switched to the UFC, which I don't mind, but I much prefer boxing games than UFC games. I haven't got the patience, folks, to sit there and learn about how to wrestle people on the ground, how to do submissions, how to do this and that. Just give me a boxing game so I can throw some punches. My dad boxed for like 20 odd years. I've done a bit of boxing myself. I enjoy it, and I absolutely loved Fight Night Champion. So when I saw that they were coming out with a new boxing game on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, it definitely sort of tweaked my interest. So that's Fight Night. I'm sure you guys know all about it. And this is the game that we're talking about. Now, I may not stream, but I may put out a career with this, depending on when it comes out. What they are saying, and I'm just going to run this for you guys to take a look at. If you haven't seen it, it's certainly worth checking out, because it looks fantastic. I mean, it really does. We don't know how it's going to play, but from the gameplay itself, it looks like it could do the business. If this ever wants to get going. You want to get going, son? No? You want to go through all the menus? Alright, so yeah, you can check out the gameplay and we'll talk about it in a second. But they are stating that there may be a beta, some sort of a test phase coming out in the summertime on PC. Well, that would be fantastic. If we can record it, then I'm going to put out some gameplay. Because the facts are, folks, look, PES has become stale. It has. PES 2022, we've got no information. I can't keep trying to run my channel off of nothing, pretty much. Now, I'm going to be doing a Master League, obviously, another one. But having something else like boxing could be something quite interesting, something quite fun. I do enjoy sports games an awful lot. So this would just be something else in the background that we do. Don't worry, PES is always going to primarily be on this channel no matter what happens. This would just be something extra. But yeah, if you look at it, you've got Eddie Hall here fighting David Adeli, and I just love the way that they've gone in there and they've done a proper boxing game. They haven't Mickey Moused about. It's not half-assed from the looks of it. There's good mocap in there. They've got some really good, I think you can take the knee. Different kind of rules in boxing. Not only that, a very deep roster that we'll take a look at as well. They're also going for different belts, divisions, and then there's going to be a solid career mode. I'm sure there's going to be a pretty deep online mode as well. But they've been listening to people. They've been taking note of what people want. And as a community-based game, which is primarily what this is about, the smartest thing you can do. At the end of the day, make the customers happy, and you're probably going to do quite well with yourself. Konami, take note. Listen to what we want. Produce the goods. But yeah, if you can see the movement, the feet. I mean, this guy right here has got quite, clown feet. I don't know why his feet looks like they're about that long. Just don't let your parents walk in while I'm doing that. They might be wondering what's going on. But they look a little bit large. There's some tweaks that could be done with the huge flippers on the feet. But the movement, the body feints, the way they kind of move around as boxers do, they're obviously continually moving. Different boxers will have different personalities and different traits. But as you can see, it looks so natural and realistic, and I would love to do a playthrough. You guys let me know if you would enjoy that. Something slightly different from putting out PES every single day, because there's just not enough content for me to do, folks. I want to go back and play some of the older games as well, don't get me wrong, but ultimately I would love to play a brand new game. Would this bring in a different crowd? Maybe, who knows. So yeah, as you can see, the feet, the footwork, then we kind of move on here to, what are they talking about? adrenaline system. So they have this adrenaline system that kind of depletes. Obviously, you can see your heartbeat going throughout the match, or the boxing match, obviously, and depending on what you're doing, if you get a little bit carried away and you go for a bit of a flourish, then the heartbeat's going to start beating a little bit more, and then the stamina's going to go down, though. So you've got to take that into account. I do like that realism to the game. I am more of a realism guy. That's why I play PES, because I do feel like PES is more realistic than FIFA. If you don't agree, that's fine. There's sliders for a reason. But ultimately, I think PES is the more realistic game. So if there's a good boxing game that simulates that kind of realism, it will fit nicely into what I want to show. There's also sort of flash knockdowns that you can do. Counter punching. One thing that they have added, or they have in this game, is the ability to kind of fake a shot. So you fake it and then you follow up with a hook or whatever you want to do. And it's just those little things. Use that online. Take advantage of it. They've got the cut man, corner work. Obviously facial. That's what I loved about Fight Night Champion, or the Fight Night series, was the cuts. The visual fidelity is a big word for you. Just the differences while you're fighting. Obviously your eye starts cutting. If you guys saw the Canelo versus BJ Sanders fight on Saturday, he got cut under the eye after, I think it was the 9th round. He was doing quite well, BJ, to be fair. Got cut under the eye and he couldn't continue. And it's like, it's that kind of mindset of when you're boxing. Do you keep going for the rib cage? Do you go for the stomach, the abs, or do you mix it up and you go for the face? You try and cut up the eye. He can't see very well, and then you exploit it. That's what I really love about boxing games, more than sort of UFC kind of boxing game. They're not boxing games, are they? Martial arts. But that's why I prefer boxing over UFC. It's just simple. It's boxing. You punch each other to death. The last man standing wins, or you win on points. There's nothing too technical about it. So yeah, there's some more footage here of showing sort of the cut man. This is obviously career mode. Shows you your record, your fight promotion. You've got your fight purse, what you're gonna win. I think there's a pretty deep customization as well. So yeah, that was kind of that. This was a look at the roster of what they're kind of going for at the moment. As you can see, it's a very deep roster. I believe they've got 100 odd right now. They're going to be adding more. Muhammad Ali, you got Sugar Ray's in there. Sugar Ray Leonard, Joe Frazier. You got the old Rocky Marciano there. Joe Louis, Floyd Patterson, Jack Dempsey. I believe they had Bruno is there. Hang on a minute, we'll find him for you. But yeah, not just male boxers, by the way. There's female boxers in there. Katie Taylor. Where is he? We've got to find him. Chris Cyborg. Mickey Ward. Where is he? Have I gone past him? I may have gone past him. But yeah, it's Frank Bruno, as people. It's Frank Bruno. There he is. Remember Frank Bruno? Frank Bruno. Or whatever his laugh was comedy gold. But they have such a deep roster. That's what I'm liking. They're not just putting out a few little Mickey Mouse characters. No, these are proper professional boxers that have done it all. With a very, very, very deep roster. So as you can see, that's stacked. You got the fighters themselves. You got coaches. There's promoters. You've got presenters as well. And then you've got the cut men too. So they've kind of gone, they've gone pretty deep with this, and why not? Go for it. There's no one doing boxing. The market is available. It's free to do. They're free to do whatever you want. Make a good boxing day. And by the way, I've lost my words. Make a good boxing game, and I guarantee you, the figures will come along with all the other stuff. The people will love it. They will love it. So you've got next-gen footwork. All right, you've got the venues, realistic venues. You've got visuals, high-quality models scanned and sculpted by the leading scan studio. At 1024. You got some good commentary featuring Paul Dempsey from BT Sports. Customization, fully customizable career mode. Create your own fighter. Judges, trainers, cutmen, and promoters. So you can have a really in-depth, customizable career mode. Boxing attire, officially licensed. The realism, manage your fighter's weight and injuries. Will you rest and let any negative effects heal, or take a risk at short notice? You got skill traits. You've got a retirement system, so you can retire early if you would like to do that. Then you've got the ESBC tournament, and then a feint system as well, which is what I'm kind of telling you before. You're going to feint, you're going to strike him with the left, smack him with the right. Ding dong. So yeah, it's just a really deep game that I'm looking forward to, and as you can see here, we are aiming to launch within the coming months. so the coming months will be summertime. The game will be launched into early access via Steam, so it's kind of a beta-ish, but early access. You probably have to pay a little bit for it, but could be worth it. The official launch date has not been finalized. However, we are balancing the community's desire for a boxing game with making sure that we deliver. I mean, that's the main thing. Don't put out something half-assed and half-hashed, because we don't want that. And then they've just got some other stuff here that you can obviously talk about as well. So, there we go, folks. That's all today. That's what I wanted to show and talk about a little bit, is would you guys be interested in me putting this out? You know, putting out something different in the summertime. A little bit of boxing. You let me know in the comments below. I do that often, don't I? But yeah, you let me know in the comments below. We will return with a brand new Master League. We're going to have all the stadiums for La Liga. It's going to look fantastic, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. But let me know your thoughts below. Are you looking forward to this game? If you are, leave a comment. If you're not, leave a comment. But until next time, take care.